Okay, as you can see, I'm starting this last GridOS quest a little bit over 3.5 hours after it dropped. I guess that's just, that's just the timings I have. Again, thank you for watching. I'm going to be doing the Everybody Codes GridOS Challenge Quest 5, which is the final quest, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Quest 5. The fifth quest was all about fun. Traditional pseudo-random dance. The barrel weaver, especially entertaining. Simplest forms, the barrels are arranged in a line. Dancer's task is to move through these gaps without touching the barrels. Dance path forms a winding line weaving between the barrels. Your input is to determine the path of this dance for different barrel arrangements. Okay. The rectangular grid represents the dance area. Barrels are marked with gaps are always exactly one cell wide. Empty cells are at. Dance always starts at point A and initially moves to the right. Dance ends on the last segment of the last row of the dance area, as the number of gaps is always even. Okay, I'm going to just check that they are always in a line. Yep, okay. Well then, okay. So this looks like a pretty straightforward thing for just one head. Start dot. Dot. Above barrel. So start dot above barrel, then above barrel, dot, we move to minus, we move to above barrel minus down, above barrel at, we move to above barrel at up, above barrel minus okay, so yeah, I can't use the same state. I have to use mid barrel from above, copy, move back to above barrel, above barrel minus, we move to above barrel plus right. And then mid barrel from above, dot becomes anti-start at down. Anti-start below barrel. Minus up. Mid barrel from below at below barrel, that becomes a down, and then below barrel, below barrel, below barrel, and so mid barrel from below okay, wait, what? That's crazy. Okay, minus. Oh. So first off, that becomes a plus, but we can't go straight into anti-start because we have to go back and fix that minus. Wait, no we don't. No we don't, because we can just change that to a plus, and that can just become a plus, and that can become a plus. Yeah, I don't need the minus thing left over. Okay, what happened here? Okay, mid-barrel plus up. Reset, run case 1. Okay. There we go. Okay. Too many barrels are emptied to fit in a single row. Okay. So I just want to check that we're only ever going to do one of these turns, right? Okay. 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 So this shouldn't actually be so bad. Okay, so instead of, when we get there, instead of stopping, we need to go back. Okay, and then okay, so I think that the first right thing might need a... Okay, so let's... I'm going to comment that out to signal that I'm going to get rid of that. So then this will be... yeah, so this will be right of barrel. And instead of anti-start, this will be start L. Okay. Now, the things that are right here become down. Down. Down becomes left. Up becomes right. Down becomes left. Okay, that has to be true. Yeah, anti-start and start, they can't actually care about their things. Start R goes to right of barrel. Down. R. L. Down. Start R. And then I have to rename these as well. They aren't below barrel, they're left. Not below barrel. This is left barrel. B mid barrel from left. Okay, and then okay, so what happened here? So we went here, we got to that. Okay, so mid barrel from right. Mid barrel from right plus mid barrel from right below barrel and data app. Okay. So we were at left barrel. Mid barrel from left. Okay. Left barrel. Okay. Okay, mid barrel from right. Reset. Left barrel underscore stop star stay. Yay! Okay. Took me a little bit longer, but not too bad. Okay, part 3. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess I should have known that. And boy, this is sometime when those weird macro compilers I've been thinking of would really come in useful. I've been thinking as I do these that it would be really useful if I had some sort of macro system for GridOS states. Like sometimes I want to create a state where I pass in another state as an argument, for like this is where you go when you're done. But we don't have that. Or at least I don't have that. Okay, so here we're going to always be going on the outside, yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to keep going until until I hit a plus sign. I could actually use an S. And I could just keep going until I hit the S. Yeah. Actually going to do that. S. And then instead of start, we go to whoops, I'm just in the habit of hitting Control S every time I modify code. Okay, so I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to hit the S. So anyway, I come all the way around. Are these all symmetrical? I mean, that would be a weird thing to do. I guess it doesn't really matter. Plus. Okay, no, we really are coming in the same. Okay, so start one above barrel. what happens right now when we run case 5? Yeah, I know. Okay, so I've got to put these two things back together. Okay. Okay, now what I wish I could do is I wish I could say like every state from here on down gets a gets a 1 added to it. Okay, so then state X start. X, X, X. Okay, except that what what we're doing here is we are moving left above barrel and X mid barrel down. That's moving left, left, left. Okay, except I want the X in front of every state. X, X, X. Decision 3. Okay, X, X. Okay, except these are up. Those become up. That becomes up. That becomes up. X, 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 X. Okay. Now, so I need to here left barrel underscore two up X and 2 plus X mid barrel from below up. Now, hopefully hopefully I should end up with a error with S. Oh, that should be X above barrel. Reset. So here, instead of this, it's above reset, run case 1. Right. Reset, run case 1. Reset. Okay, X left barrel and data S. That is what I was waiting for. X left barrel S stop plus S. Run all. Case 4. Reset. Case 4. Crap. X right of barrel. Okay, so we need 2 different X right of barrels. Now, can this only happen on that last one? I think so. I think it can only happen on that last case. So we need an X right of barrel that can take the plus. One. Okay. Okay. Yowza. Okay, well, I'd hoped to do this in under 4 hours, and I did not quite get there. But that's okay. Okay, so we needed a slight little adjustment here. Okay, and we did it all with one head, at least. At least we did it all with one head. Okay. Well, this has been fun, but that's the end of the quest. I kind of hope you enjoyed me solving it. I'm sorry that I find it very difficult to discuss this as I'm working on it. So I think that most of these have just been watching me type. Although I guess now that it's done, we can go back and make sure we talk about each of these, how they worked. Let's say that case, run case 47. So yeah, I basically had a state that was, so I had a bunch of states dealing with being above the barrels and a bunch of states dealing with being below the barrels. And the above the barrels state I had one at the very start of a group, which is also my start state. And then one state when you were above the barrels and you had to keep going down and checking that the thing right below you was an @ sign. So we do that, and then we go, and then yes, when it isn't an @ sign, I go mid-barrel from above, and then I go into anti-start. And anti-start is just the start state, but for being below the barrels. So then anti-start is just that. And I am below the barrels, and I constantly check that there's a barrel above me. I go on, then I go up, and then I check again, and check again, and check again, and check, as we see. So that's what I mean, that's the basic pattern. And then the rest of these are that pattern copied over. Now, yeah. Now this thing that happened at the end here with case 4 was kind of interesting. In case 4. Okay, so yeah, so I've got it set so that when it hits the S, well, no, to stop. But the thing is, here it hits a plus sign. And ordinarily, so in all of the other cases, it's not going to hit the plus sign because of it might hit a plus sign. It might hit as a plus sign when it is in the start going this direction state, but it's not going to hit a plus sign when it's in the I'm already going this direction state until you get around to closing the final loop. And then when you hit that plus sign, you have to know to do that instead of going right, because other times when you hit the thing, it's an at sign, I go up. And anyway, in order to avoid that, we have to use two different states here for barrel from the right. I don't have great names for that. I just called it barrel from the right 1 and barrel from the right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording, and thank you for watching. I don't know when I will get a chance to get back to the Everybody Codes Challenge 2025. Hopefully it will be sometime vaguely soonish. We'll see.